welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching me today. My name is Carrie Chandler. If you've watched my other vlogs, what I've been talking about is building self-confidence, because I've had some confidence issues in the past where I've not felt good about myself, and so I've decided to do these vlogs to try and help those who are suffering with their body image, having issues with their weight, not liking what they see in the mirror, because it's a horrible thing to go down, and it can lead to other things like agoraphobia, depression, so many things it can lead to, having an eating disorder. And so if I can help somebody before they get to that, to sinking lower and feeling lower about themselves, then that's what I'm setting out to do, is to help others, and also talk and encourage them to talk about it, and encourage other people to talk about it, because I do think it's important that we do help others with these issues, because there are others out there who don't feel happy with themselves, struggle every year. They don't feel like they've accomplished anything when it comes to the end of the year. Hence why I've decided to do this vlog on New Year's Eve. And at the end of the year, it can, people that love the New Year's Eve, the people that dread it. My dad absolutely used to hate New Year's Eve. I don't know why. He never actually said why he didn't like it. He just didn't like New Year's Eve. For me, for a while, I didn't like it, because it just felt like another year had gone by and I hadn't accomplished anything, hadn't achieved anything. I was still stuck in the same job. When I look back, and this is why writing has really helped me, looking back and writing about my life, because I'm sort of writing an autobiography type book, as well as writing a fictional book at the moment, so I like writing non-fiction and fiction as well. Has helped me to see that actually I've accomplished a lot more than what I realised. When I was a child, from the age of, I think it was 7, 8, I started doing ballroom, Latin and disco dancing, and I remember going to the first presentation night, and one of the girls who was on the children won the cup for the highest marks. She beat the kids and the adults. And I remember seeing this trophy, because another child won it a year after. And I thought, wow, I'd love to win that one day. But for me to win that, I knew that I would have to put in the hours and the commitment to get to that level, and which I did. And I actually did. I won because during my time at dancing, they introduced a kids' trophy as well as an adults trophy to just make it a bit more equal. So, a child could win the highest marks at the children, as well as winning the cup. And I won both. I won the children's highest marks trophy, and then the year after I won the cup for the highest marks, and like beating the adults and the children. And so I set out what I accomplished, and I'm thinking about that. I thought, wow, yes, I have achieved the things I wanted. I really wanted that cup. Every time I felt like on a Saturday I didn't want to go dancing, I used to think about that trophy and think, I want that. And if I wanted that cup for the highest marks, I was going to have to go to dancing. And it's still something I really think about and I miss a lot. But unfortunately, as you get older, you have other commitments. I got into rugby, following football, and doing stewarding, and so they influenced me, and I stopped doing my dancing, which I have tried to get back into it, but and it's something that I will still like to do, because dancing is a great way of getting fit, and it's a great way to have fun, and you don't realise how much exercise and you're actually putting in. When you hear people that do Strictly Come Dancing say they've lost a load of weight and they felt fit, it's true. You do feel so much fitter, and so that's why I encourage anybody to take part in sport and doing some kind of dancing exercise, because it really does help you feel good about yourself, and it can help you to achieve and accomplish things that you never thought you could. And so, even though if you are feeling low, use 2015 as your starting point to changing your life. I started to really start to think, no, I can't keep on not feeling good about myself. And it was around about 2005, 2006, I was due to get married, and I thought, no, I'm going to get myself out of feeling like this. I need to pull myself together, start changing. If I want to change the way I look, I need to do so. And I'm not going to do it via surgery, I was going to do it by natural way, exercise. So I started running, I started walking, I started using dumbbells, and I set myself up to do the Great North Run, doing the run for Sport Relief, doing the Race for Life, doing the Adidas 10k, and it's such a great way of just getting involved. And the other things I want to talk about is also bullying. I want to use these vlogs to campaign against bullying, because again, if I can at least help one person, then that's my plan, because nobody should have to put up with bullying at all from anybody, whether it's at school or a workplace, and that can knock you to confidence. But the way to fight back bullies is to show that you're not bothered, even though you might be, and also speak out. Don't hide away. If you are getting bullied, speak out and talk to somebody. You don't have to take that from anybody, and the only way to fight back at bullies is to talk about it and report it. Sometimes the implications can fire back at you, but don't know that to put you off. It's never put me off. I was bullied at workplace. I spoke out and told the boss. Unfortunately, he turned it around and I ended up getting fired. But it didn't stop me, and I'm glad I spoke about it, because it made him aware of what was going on. Because a lot of high bosses of companies don't realise what's going on until you say something. My friend was bullied at work, and it led to her feeling very going and suffering from depression. And so, people who bully have no idea what they can do to somebody, and that's why I want to also do these vlogs and help people with their self-confidence, who may have been bullied, teased when they were at school, and it's just to say that you can turn it around. The best way to fight against those or critics is to show them that actually you are successful, you can achieve the things you want, you are stronger than they are, because you don't need to bully somebody to make yourself feel better. Everybody has the right to be happy in this world, and it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody has the right to have the things they want in life, as much as anybody, and that includes you. If you're not feeling good about yourself, you deserve to feel good about yourself, because no one should have to go through or feeling depression, or feeling like they can't talk to anybody, feeling like there's no hope, because there is always hope, for anybody. And so, 2015, when I knew in the year when I left Butlins, it was 2001 I first started looking to work at Holiday Camp, and I knew I needed a change, as I've spoken about before. Use the new year as your starting point to think, right, now it's time to do things. And what I do is that every year, start a year, I set goals, things I want to achieve, and that's a good way of giving yourself targets, giving yourself something to look forward to, and achieve things, and you'll be amazed how much you can achieve but it does take time and commitment. It has to come from yourself. And I know that if you're watching the video, you're listening because you want to make change. And I know that if you're watching this, that I am doing something to help those out there, because you're worth it at the end of the day. And, I want to be able to share my experiences with other people to help them. I'm not super rich. but but I'm happy. I've got a husband, I've got a home, I've got family and friends. I've got my little boy, who's my pride and joy. My priority now in life, and so as long as I can have look after my family and enjoy the things I like to do, then that to me is what makes me happy and keeps me going every day. So, and the best way of being positive as well is to think about, write down about something that you've done in your life that's brought you happiness, and write down where do you see yourself in a year's time, where you see what would you like to, how you would like to see yourself in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, 4 years' time, 5 years' time, and to set yourself targets and goals. Obviously, you can't help the events that happen in your life. People passing away, other things that happen in the world. You can't change them things, but what you can do is change the way you see them, and use it to make you be stronger, not weaker. So, I hope this video's helped. Sorry, it seems like I'm babbling, but I just want to get my point across, which is, if you are dealing with lack of self-confidence, it can get better, and starting the new year is a great place to start thinking, right, I've got to make a change now. So, wish you the best of luck. Next video, I will talk about bullying, about my own experience in more detail, and campaigning against it and stop it from happening, and stop those who have been bullied feeling like they're alone, that they can't do nothing about it, because they can. There is help out there, and it's you should get the help, because it's important that we fight back at those who bully, because they're the cowards at the end of the day, and they're the people that we need to fight against, so it stops them from bullying somebody else. So anyway, take care. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year, and good luck for 2015.